Now the conversation around data centers. It's happening once again, and it happened tonight in one Southwest Woodbury County community. Controversy continues about the future plans for 900 acres of land recently annexed by the city of Salix, Iowa. Let's get the latest. KTV's Sophie Wyckoff joins us live tonight from Salix. That city council meeting just wrapped up. Sophie, what was the main item of discussion tonight? What can you tell us that unfolded?
Well, Jessica, tonight the mayor of Salix says that he hopes tonight's city council meeting answered a lot of the questions and cleared up a lot of confusion revolving the 900 acres of land annexed and the proposed project of a data center on those 900 acres. Now tonight, a vote went at the end of the meeting, a 3-2 vote, where they looked forward to moving with a moratorium. Their data center specialist attorney will draft up specific language of the moratorium so the city council can officially vote for it in their next meeting happening in August. The Salix mayor, Kevin Nelson, made a statement about the annexation process, sharing an official timeline with residents. Following his statement, many members of the community spoke during the public forum, showing some very split views, with some presenting dozens of signatures from Salix residents to impose a moratorium.
I know people are concerned about the age and the population of Salix, that it's an aging community, that we need more children, we need more young people. Building a data center is not the way to attract them. My partner and I live here now, and we're in our 20s. I can tell you without a doubt that if Salix had a data center and we were looking at homes, we would not have moved here.
On the opposite side, members of the community advocated for a data center project, emphasizing the number of jobs and opportunities it could bring to Salix.
A data center here would be a game changer for people in this area. I'm not going to deny that I hope we can build it. There's no guarantee of that. But in other areas, a data center has caused a lot of economic boom, a big boom. It would be great for this community.
A Mid-American Energy representative also spoke during tonight's meeting with an update from the company. He said they're making progress for selecting a customer, but have not selected one yet. He also wants to emphasize there is no development plan and no application plan now.